friends. So I messed up on my first video for you guys, and so you're not going to get to see me cut this out, and I apologize for that because I don't have a second copy of any of this. So this is what your flag is going to eventually look like. You're going to take the papers that we gave you. We gave you one white piece of paper that has a box on the top, and then it has black stripes, lines to show the stripes. You have a blue piece of paper that has this box in it with dots. So you're going to cut that out and you're going to glue it up to the left-hand side of that white paper. Then you have a red paper with all sorts of stripes. There's a smaller box here with stripes. Those stripes are the ones that go up here on the right side of the flag, up the top, because they're shorter. They say glue on one side, so glue that part and then put it down on the paper so you don't see the word that says glue, because that's not on the flag. And then you're going to take this big red paper and cut out the red stripes, and you're going to glue them down, okay? And you'll also notice on the white paper, to make it a little easier for you, there's an R here, so that's red, okay? So you're going to take your time and cut them all out and then glue them all down. You can pause me whenever you want to pause me and then start it up again. After you have everything glued down, you're feeling really good about it, you can cut out the border, because you'll notice there's a big white border around it. The flag doesn't have a big white border like that, so you should cut it out. And let's see how many stripes we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 stripes. That stands for the 13 colonies that we had in our country, and then the original 13 states. And what happened was, first we were colonies, and then we said we wanted to be separated from England. You can cut and glue while I'm telling you this story. So then we got our independence, and at first we didn't have a federal government. Each colony had their own little government, and we had something called the Articles of Confederation that just weren't very strong. It was kind of like a federal government, but it didn't really have too much power. And so what happened was there were issues, and it wasn't working well because there wasn't one big body telling everybody what to do for the most part. So that's when they came together and they decided to form the Constitution. And so Ben Franklin and Thomas Jefferson and Alexander Hamilton and George Washington and John Adams and Monroe and Madison, they all came together, and lots of other people I'm not thinking of right now, came together into Philadelphia, into this building, and they sat there for days and they came up with the Constitution. And so in the Constitution, then they figured out how they wanted the flag to be, and they came up with a whole federal government. And originally it was just 13 states. And then what happened was, over time, people started moving west because they wanted more land. They wanted to grow different kinds of crops. They were looking for gold. There were lots of reasons people went to the West. And when you get older, you'll learn about those too. There's the whole thing called the Oregon Trail, and this is why people went to find gold. And so anyway, so then we started getting more and more and more land. So then that's why we had more states. So for a really long time, we had 48 states. And then what happened was in the late 50s, I believe it was, we got Alaska and Hawaii, and they became our, sorry, you're probably hearing my husband, sorry guys, they became 2 more states, and so now we have 50 states, so that's why we have the 50 stars. And with the white, I'm sorry, I didn't have white paint at my house. I don't know if you do or not. You could use white crayon, or I use this white out tape stuff to put on top. If you don't have anything that you can put on the black dots, just leave them black. It's totally fine, but you'll know that they're the 50 stars for the 50 states. And then you can glue down your Pledge of Allegiance down here. Okay. And there we go, just like that. And practice the pledge, get to know it really well, because you will have times that you have to say it, and it's nice to know what you're saying. And noting in particular this word indivisible. It is not invisible, it is indivisible, meaning the country can't be divided. We'll stick through thick and thin together, regardless of what happens. So that is what that word means, and it is not invisible, because that's always the tricky one in the pledge to say properly. All right, so I hope you're having a good day and you can practice your pledge, and maybe you even want to hang up your flag in your house. All right. Have a good one, guys. Bye.